Alright, welcome to an actual good source of Forsaken news that isn't a scummy cash grab. I'm gonna give you all you need to know, so let's go. Starting off with today's update, the March 17th John Doe buffs. First of all, you get an achievement called Just a Rumor for playing John Doe today, which is a cool one-time achievement only available once a year. But now let's get into his stats. First of all, he's got a movement speed of 21, just normally. And the cool part is, every kill he gets in the match, he gains 1.5 sprint speed. And not to mention, he also gains, I believe it's 5 damage per kill you get for his M1. I think it's just his M1. I'm not sure about the spikes or the digital footprint, but I just believe it's M1. Speaking of his M1 base damage does 41 damage, and including the 5 damage per kill, it can stack up to really high numbers, getting an extra, I believe, 35 damage by the time you reach LMS in a full server. Well, 35 extra damage, allowing you to deal about 75 damage per hit. For his corrupt energy, his spikes are now much taller. He shoots out 250 of them, and they go really fast. They also can be walked through by John Doe, but not survivors, allowing you to trap them off without having to worry about trapping yourself when killing the survivor, or like when you fall into your trap. Well, you get what I'm saying. But his digital footprint got a alright buff. It's interesting. So it gives him speed 3, and you can place up to 5, which is really good. But it is much thinner, but it's also very tall. So I guess you can like snipe someone on like the Bloodfell Manor map below them with it, but it's kind of pointless for it to be insanely tall. But the stat boosts are insanely good for this guy. And he also has a cool new design, no new kill animation unlike Slasher, and he is huge. Like, I'm talking the size of aberrant John Doe. There's also a constant pinkish red mist all over the map, giving it a weird tint. But all maps are set to daytime, which is interesting. And what's even more interesting is the ambience for every map is reversed, which is strange, but it's also a pretty cool tiny detail. Also, his corruption trail is pretty big, but it's also shorter. A few extra things is when he gets stunned, he gets speed 1 no matter what, so you don't actually have to activate his passive. It's just constantly active. When you hit a spike, he gets speed 2, and like I've said earlier, the digital footprint gives speed 3. Now let's talk about the new update coming out tomorrow. Jane Doe is finally being added into the game, which is very good news because we are finally getting a new character ever since Nosferatu back in November. Jane Doe's moveset consists of 2 moves, her hatchet and the crystal pitch, I believe it's called. The crystal pitch can be charged up and has a splash damage effect that adds resonance to the killer, which increases the stun time for the hatchet. If there's no resonance, it just applies a few debuffs but no stun. And the stun is longer depending on how much resonance you have stacked. And hatchet is a lunging stun It's actually really good looking. And every time you land a crystal pitch, you gain 5 shatter point health, which is extra health over your current health, which compensates for 60 health. She seems like a very interesting character, but if you want a more in-depth view of how she works and what she does, I'd recommend watching Corso's video on it. I'll leave a link to his video in the description. Now, let's talk about the big news that we've all been waiting for months. Noli milestones are most likely coming out in this update. There was a post by one of the devs that the Noli milestones are most likely coming out in the next big update. And this is the next big update. So there is a very good chance we could finally be getting the long-awaited Noli milestones, which I'll be ready for because I have all killers level 100, and I've been waiting for this. But now we're just gonna get a new joke in the Forsaken community of, oh, where's Nosferatu milestones? I'm really waiting for the horse milestones, but the devs were also nice enough to leak the snippet of the chase theme for us, which I'll play now. I don't know why, but it kind of just cuts off there. But we actually recently got an even more recent leak of the chase theme, which I'm not sure is a remake or a different part, but here's that part. And I don't know about you, but I'm pretty happy with these leaks. But this isn't all. A while ago, they also released an animation of the Milestone 3 and 4 kill animation. And here's that. I also heard some people leaked like some animations, but I'm not gonna put that in because not only is that bannable, but I actually respect the devs and don't want their hard work to just be shamelessly leaked to the public. So I'm just not gonna show any of that. All of those clips I found though of the chase theme and kill animation were in the Forsaken Discord, which I'll also leave a link to in the description. And a few more things. It's like a little lightning round. 2-time redesign, chance redesign, which are most likely both coming in the next update or two. And here is the LMS theme for the new John Doe update.